Hey everyone, it's Greg from Stationery Shenanigans. How are you doing? What have you been up to? Did you all have a good weekend? I've kind of been MIA a little bit. I actually went away for the weekend, so I've just been super busy between both my jobs. And I just wanted to hop on here and check in with everyone to see what's going on. I am going to have some videos coming out soon, including an interesting haul. But tonight I just want to talk about three things. The first one is stationery books. So if you're watching this channel or any of my videos, you probably enjoy stationery. So one thing I wanted to do is see if there were any books about stationery, not necessarily Japanese specific, just in general. So I had put in a search at my public library and I had ordered this, I think from one of the branch libraries. It's called The Perfection of the Paperclip, Curious Tales of Invention, Accidental Genius, and Stationery Obsession by James Ward. I have not read it yet, but when you open it up, you see all the cool kind of retro images, including, I guess, Japanese crowns. And this is like an old Franklin fountain pen and those old staplers. And yeah, so I'm not sure when it was published. 2014, so I guess that's kind of fairly new. And I think it's a British publication, so a lot of these images look like they're from Britain, except the Statue of Liberty, I guess. So I'm excited to read this. It's like a nonfiction book, but it's a lot of details on a lot of different topics. Let's see if there's a content. So it talks about everything I know about people I learned from pens is one of the chapter titles. A staple diet, your business card is crap, the highlight of my life. So I thought this would be an interesting read. If anyone's interested in it, let me know. I'm going to update you once I actually sit down and read it. I tried to read it the other night, but I was so tired that when I got in bed and I opened the book, I just was ready to fall asleep, so it wasn't happening. Next thing, can you tell I'm tired? Is I was at Joann Fabrics, which is kind of like a craft and fabric store. They sell sewing supplies and all that stuff. And they have really upped their stationery game, or at least I've never been in there. So I guess I finally went in there to look at their stationery. I was with my mom. She sews and was buying some stuff. So I just went to look in the craft and art supply section. And I was surprised. There were a lot of Tombow items. There were a lot of Les pens. There was also the zebra, what is it called? The click art, which is what I wanted to buy. Okay, here it is. Which is what I wanted to buy when I was there because I had a 40% off coupon, so you could get the whole set for $16 or something. Interesting note, and a couple of videos ago, I talked about stationery I got from Dollar Tree again, including these Zebra Sensations colored lead pencils, and they sold a whole set of these, including a set of refill leads at Joann's, and I was kind of surprised. And they had a whole set of these for drawing pens too, so it was a good learning experience for me. But I've never seen these before. These are Tombow Mono Edge dual tip highlighters, kind of like the Twink that I had in a video a couple hauls back. They're made in Japan, and I've really been enjoying Tombow items in general. I don't have it right here, but in my Hobonichi Techo, which there's going to be a video update once the month is over of my cat comics, I was using the Tombow drawing pen to do all my drawings, and I've been really enjoying it. So let's just keep trying out Tombow things. They even had the glue adhesive and all those other Tombow items there. I was really surprised. I'll try to insert some footage here if I can remember. So let's go ahead and open these up. 2 tips and 1 pen. It looks like it's a 0.8 millimeter and 3.8 millimeters, and there's 6. And with my 40% off coupon that I used, I think it came to $6 or $7, which is definitely a good deal with, for authentic Japanese market highlighters. So let's open them up. I was really drawn to this red color. Sorry for the noise. Oh, that all came out there. See if it says anything inside. Okay, it just kind of gives some information about it. Doesn't bleed through most papers. We love that. 6 unique vibrant colors. Highlight over pencil or ink without smearing. Fine tip. Perfect for color coding. Blah, blah, blah. I do a lot of highlighting for when I'm working my university job and I'm editing papers and reading texts and all that stuff. But I've actually been using highlighters mostly for my planner, my June Techo, just to kind of like outline things. Loving the red. So let's take one of these Kokio sketchbooks and just do like a test of each color just to see how it looks. Let's zoom in here a little bit. So first we're gonna do red. Can you see that? I kind of like the outline, like the shape of the chisel and how it goes all the way down to almost the edge. Do you see that? I wonder if that's for any certain reason. Oh, okay, so I thought this was kind of be red, but it kind of looks like salmon. They don't smear. Pretty cool. Okay, then there's green. Not sure if it says, they don't say the color on there. It's a very bright green. And since we're swatching, let's just go ahead and swatch all of them. This is the pink. Ooh, I actually like that. Okay. Let's try the purple. Pretty soft. This looks like, I forget what it's called. The Unipropis. There's like a color in Japanese that's like yellow-orange. I remember it was the first Japanese highlighter I had gotten from Tokyo Pen Shop. So maybe that this was called. Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of, that Unipropis, which I have somewhere here. Surprisingly, it works. It's a highlighter I've had for like 8 years and it still has ink in it and it still works. And then we have like a light blue. So yeah, those are, let's zoom out a little bit, our Tombow Mono Edge. I like the colors. I still think my favorite is this salmon colored. And the blue is kind of nice too, especially if you're using my planner. So that's that. Like I said, I'm gonna have a haul video. I have the items, I just haven't filmed it yet. I don't want to film it when I'm sleepy because I won't have the same enthusiasm. Last but not least, I received this in the mail for the 2022 Washington, D.C. Fountain Pen Super Show. Like I said before, I'm not super into fountain pens, but it is just an interesting place to go if you're into stationery because you get to meet other people who are into it, especially if you don't have any stationery stores near you or you're just curious about it. It's kind of like a low pressure way to see what everyone else is up to. So I received this in the mail. It looks like it is August 4th to 7th in Falls Church, Virginia. I had gone last year and I learned my lesson because I went a little bit after opening time, like 10:30 a.m. or something like that. The line was all through the hotel lobby, out into the stairwell of the parking garage. I couldn't even find a spot. I decided to just leave and come back later. And then I came back around 3 in the afternoon and there was no one in line, and I just basically went for the end of the show that day. So I plan on doing that again this year. I see that they're charging, the tickets have to be bought online. It used to be you waited in line and paid cash, which is I think what made the line go longer. So I plan on going that Saturday, and I'll probably head there after lunchtime, like maybe between 1 or 2. I really only go for like an hour or two, and I don't go to do anything specific. Like I'm not going for any of the classes, or I'm not trying to sell something or specifically buy something. I will say maybe you all got that email notification from the Travelers Company USA that they were doing these special pre-order brass pens or something at the DC Pen Show, and as much as I would love to do that, I think it's probably going to be either sold out already or there's a line or it's going to be overhyped. I don't know. So I'm going to recheck that email, but if you plan on being at the DC Pen Show this year, it would be cool to meet up and say hi. I would love to do some kind of meetup someday, or have like a stationery or like a journal club every few months or something if there's people in this area who I could meet and have that kind of thing, that would be awesome. I know I've seen it before in other sites. Even Job just did like some kind of meetup, I think, recently. And all those like stationery documentaries I've watched would have like stationery clubs and stuff. So it would just be a cool experience at like getting a room at a coffee shop or something. Anyway, so yeah, let me know if you're thinking about the DC pen show, or if you've been to any other pen shows maybe where you live. I did go to the Baltimore one last year, which I think I enjoyed more than the DC one because it was a little bit smaller and just more manageable. And that's also where I got that Tatcha fountain pen. Let me know in the comments below what stationery you've been using. I can't wait till this weekend where I can just sit down and watch all your videos and just talk to you about what's going on and do some journaling and finish up my July Techo spread. So I hope you're all safe and take care, and I will see you next time.